What's going on, everybody? Tim Nydell here. Make sure to follow me online at Instagram and Twitter. It's at Tim the Toon Man. And today's episode is going to be slightly different from my other episodes, as you can tell, because I'm holding a microphone instead of my camera. It's going to be the very first of my React videos. Now, I know what you're thinking. React videos, everybody's doing it. But I'm going to make sure I keep it with my fan base, which means if something from the 70s, 80s, early 90s comes out, I'm going to react to it. And just so happens, something came out last week that is perfect to be the very first React video. And of course, I'm talking about the Tom Hanks trailer of him starring as Fred Rogers in It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
This piece will be for an issue about heroes. Do you consider yourself a hero?
Tom Hanks has easily been one of my favorite actors since I was very, very little. Some of my favorite movies of his are, of course, Castaway is a classic.
Wilson, where are you? Wilson!
Saving Private Ryan is amazing.
Sometimes I wonder if I've changed so much, my wife is even going to recognize me whenever it is I get back to her.
Forrest Gump, love Forrest Gump.
For some reason, I fit in the army like one of them round pegs. It's not really hard.
Saving Mr. Banks, where he actually played Walt Disney, as one of my all-time favorites.
Oh no, I had a wager. I couldn't get you on a ride. I just won $20.
And of course, my all-time favorite Tom Hanks movie is probably Big. Tom Hanks, one heck of an actor. So when they announced he was going to play Fred Rogers in the Mr. Rogers movie, I was so excited, especially when I saw this very first image right here that you're looking at on your screen. They showed this image about 2 months ago online, and I loved it. I mean, it looks like Mr. Rogers. So let's check out the trailer to see if that image holds up to video. I mean, already with the music.
Hello, neighbor.
It's already getting to me.
Hey, I'm looking for Fred Rogers. In here.
Oh my gosh. I'm pausing right there. Look at that amazing set. I mean, goosebumps already. I wish you guys can see it. But that set, I mean, the detail, the picture, I think it's the same exact picture. I'm sure the curtains are the same. Everything looks identical to the TV show that I loved as a kid growing up.
A beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
He's doing pretty good at the voice.
Could you be mine?
He doesn't sound quite maybe as old as he should. I mean, depending on when this is taking place, honestly.
My neighbor.
I think it's the 90s, maybe.
Hello, neighbor.
Mr. Rogers, I'm here to interview you.
It is
The walk.
so nice to
He's got
meet
the
you.
walk down.
You okay?
Profiling Mr. Rogers.
Oh, look. Oh, right there. Pause it. Lady Elaine. So Mr. Rogers actually voiced the majority of the puppets, if not all of them. I don't remember if he did all of them or not. But so he did a female voice, and I really want to hear what Tom Hanks sounds like as these puppets.
Lloyd, please don't ruin my childhood.
This piece will be for an issue about heroes. Do you consider yourself a hero?
He was definitely one of mine. Definitely.
We are trying to get
He
the
loved
world
those kids.
positive
He really
ways
did.
of dealing with their
Look
feelings.
at, I saw Daniel. Oh, Mr. McFeely. Oh my gosh, go back. Oh, right there. Look at that. I mean, I know it's a fake mustache, probably fake hair and everything, but that looks just like him. Wow.
Feelings.
Yeah? Like what?
There are many things you can do. You could play all the lowest keys on a piano at the same time.
You love music. Oh, I love that. I've seen interviews with him where he's a little weird, but I love it. I love it. Ah. There's Daniel the tiger. That's awesome. Dude, I still have goosebumps.
You love broken.
Oh, he's reading I love that how they showed him reading the Bible, because he was a very religious man. So that's cool they actually kept that in the movie, because a lot of Hollywood movies, they probably wouldn't include that.
People like me.
Sometimes we have to ask for
Wife,
help,
that's awesome.
and that's okay. I think the best thing we can do is to let people know
Sweater,
that
classic.
each one of them is precious.
Oh, let's go back to that clip real quick. Right there. I remember that interview. I think it was Arsenio Hall and that crazy jacket. That's awesome.
Is precious.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Hey, Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
I'm sure kids said that. I mean, what kid didn't watch Mr. Rogers in the 70s and 80s? November. All right, nice. I definitely know what I'm doing in November now. After watching that, I'm not worried like I was initially. I say that because Tom has played another one of my heroes in a movie that didn't come out too long ago. Of course, I'm talking about Saving Mr. Banks, where he played Walt Disney. Now, I adore the movie. It's honestly one of my favorite movies of modern time. I just don't think he captured Walt Disney. I don't think he had the essence of Walt Disney. He didn't look like him, and he didn't sound like him. Here, I'll show you real quick. Here's a side-by-side comparison showing both Walt and Tom. I just don't see it. And here's a little clip from the movie itself.
Finally, it began to gel. Then I went to work on it. I finished it the fall of 1938.
In Adventureland, there's a tree. This is a fun fact. This is a tidbit.
I think Walt just sounded older and looked older, and they didn't do that for Saving Mr. Banks. But then you go back to A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and his looks. First of all, let me show you the looks. Here's that Arsenio Hall interview. Side by side comparison. Look at those hands. Look at those eyes. I mean, the hair's a little different, of course. It's all right. Look at the mouth structure. Look at everything. I mean, the way he's sitting. It's pretty spot on. That is pretty spot on. You know he studied Fred Rogers immensely to get that down. And I found some video from the interview. Let's do a little comparison right here.
And let people know that each one of them is precious.
Let people know that each one of us is precious.
Yeah. I mean,
And
that's...
let people know that each one of them is precious.
I mean, of course, it's not
People
perfect.
know
It's not
that each
spot
one of
on.
us is precious.
But that's amazing. Let's also go back a little bit to the song where we show Tom singing "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood." So here, of course, is Mr. Rogers.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you
Little
be
off,
mine?
but
It's a
still
beautiful day in
close.
this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
Yeah, that was pretty close. So my final thoughts. I cannot wait for this movie. I only have a few movies that I'm really looking forward to in the near future. This is definitely going to be one of them. I think Tom Hanks is knocking this one out of the park. I know I'm going to cry more than once. I can't wait for this. It's kind of funny though, because you know that question sometimes people ask you, like, who throughout time would you love to have dinner with? You know, have a conversation with, living or dead. The same people have been on my list for many years. We've got Fred Rogers, which Tom is playing. Walt Disney, which Tom has played before. Got Jim Henson, Jesus, and my dad. So right there, out of 5, he's already played 2 of them. So just wait. I guarantee Tom is going to be playing Jim Henson in a movie. Jesus Christ in a movie, and my dad in a movie. And then he would cover every single person on my list. But alright guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna do some more react videos, maybe some classic commercials that I'll be reacting to, so stay tuned for that. But until next time, take it easy, and I'll talk to you later.